Microphone check. Microphone check. One, two, 1, 2.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Howdy doody do.
Microphone check. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Microphone check. 1 2 1 2. Howdy doody do.
Put it up closer to you. But yeah, that's good. All right, so that's the best. Wow. Put it up closer to you. But yeah, that's good. All right, so that's the best. All right. Why is this here? Check, check, check. What's up, everybody? I want to thank you again for tuning in to the No Apologies Network. This is actually a episode of Deep Cuts, the UFC branch of our network. We got a guest today. We got Brian in the spot, and he dropped the aliens in the comments chat, and we're pretty much ready to get started. Yeah, we got a few technical difficulties. We were supposed to be streaming on Kick as well today, but unfortunately, it's always an issue with every single streaming service. So, if there's a streaming service out there that's watching us today, out there in the atmosphere or the stratosphere, intranets, interweb, wait a minute, I'm a little bit touched this morning. I got to remember how to. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, pay no attention to the apparatus behind me. That is, our usual green screen stand. I'm not in the, uh, I guess, shape. Not in shape to be moving around and moving stuff like that too much. So I try to leave it up when I can. Welcome to the No Apologies Network, everybody. I am Apollo G's, the Philly special, here with my boy B, and we are happy to be here. This is the first
Of the year.
of the year. Of the year. I wanted to wait till February 1st to get with you guys, but I've been having some issues as far as uh, traveling. I've been back and forth. I did get back to Philly, which was good. Saw family, saw some friends. Um, Enjoyed some of the finer herbs of the area, and yeah. This is the first episode of the year. We're going to get back into this deep cuts. We're going to kind of separate the lines. They're going to stop non-blurring of the lines, if you will. And that is we're going to start doing more of deep cuts, which is specifically for UFC and MMA and combat sports, which is going to have a lot of stuff this year to talk about, and I can't wait to talk about it. I can't wait to talk about everything, but then we're also going to have the Philly special, which is the political side of the social conversation, and then we're going to do a lot of gaming this year, and we're going to hit it. We're going to be all over Twitch. We're going to be all over Kick. We're going to be all over YouTube. We're going to have a lot of smaller content meant for the TikToks, the Facebooks, the Instagrams. We're going to try to branch out more. And we're going to have a lot of merchandise for you guys to buy. I'm going to try to keep it at a low price because I'm not trying to wreck your pockets. Just trying to keep the lights on for the show as it goes and have it fund itself, so we can keep bringing you guys a bunch of information, and let you guys voice your opinions, and maybe get some people who don't mess up the shots in the in the podcast. But anyway, all right, B, what's been up, man?
Thank
How-
you, Jen. How y'all been?
that's great. Wait, what? How did my camera get on the delay?
Uh-oh.
We're going to have to pause for technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Your camera now. Back in. Oh wait, this way? Yeah, this way.
Yeah, I don't, like that's really odd. And you know what the funny thing is? I had the whole music on the whole time. It still is on this for me. in this the right way. All right. Now that we're back, that was really weird, man. Sometimes, like I said, these streaming services, they really suck. If there's any streaming services out there who believe that they have what I'm looking for, please, I will endorse you to the high heavens. I will. Because I'm tired of jumping around. I've tried them all, I swear. And I don't know what's going over on that restream, but man, I refuse to keep advertising you in my lower corner if your material is trash. But anyway, been a big year for as far as MMA goes. Would you not agree?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning with a bunch of news on my mind.
Yeah.
And I'm glad to share it with y'all. I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about certain ones.
I know that's right. I really do want you guys to comment if possible. I'm watching the comment on a different screen, so if you see me look down, I'm going to be constantly checking it. If you can, chime in and let your feelings be felt. I'm assuming that you're not going to be chiming in today. This is, like I said, the first one of the year. We want people to pick it up. We want people to like, comment, follow, share, and really, let us know what you want to talk about, because watching the commentators in MMA as of late, um, these guys are like, really, I don't like them. I long for the days where when John Jones retires and he becomes an MMA commentator. That's never going to happen, but will be great.
It could probably happen.
No,
Dominic Cruz did it.
no, I'm gonna tell you right now what John's gonna do, and mark my words, everybody. John's gonna be a trainer. He's gonna find some guy that really tickles his fancy, and he's going to start training him to be the beast of all beasts. But with that said, uh, so far in the year, let me ask you this. All right, so far in the year, what would you say is your favorite fight so far that you've seen?
Ooh, it's been a couple.
I mean, sorry, I can't say in the year. The year just started.
Yeah.
So let's do this. What fight are you looking forward to the most in this year?
Honestly, I
Or,
really,
and now this can be an imaginary matchup.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. The real, a real fight that I'm really interested in seeing is I'm gonna be real. I would have to say Charles and Tsarian, if I said his name right. Do
Uh,
brawls.
as
Winner goes to
well,
get.
I said it earlier and I can't say it now. Sarkasian.
We ain't gonna fight.
Sarkasian
We ain't
or
gonna fight for his last name. Everybody
yeah,
probably know what we got
yeah.
talking about.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But there's no like imaginary fight people you want to see fight
Hmm.
that may or may not happen, even if it's out of weight classes, as
Let's
long as
go
it's
ahead
as
and
long as
take
it's
a look.
feasible.
It's feasible.
Hmm.
Feasible.
I know what mine is.
Well, you go ahead so I can see if I can catch an idea.
Mine is Jamal Hill against Alex Pereira.
It's gonna happen.
Maybe
Duh, it's gonna happen. It was
he
supposed
should.
to be. It
He
was supposed to be Jiri and Jamal before Jamal got into an injury
yeah.
that
I'm gonna
before
say
they
I
pushed
do. I want to
Alex.
see that too, but I want to see Jamal Hill fight Alex Pereira because I think that Jamal Hill is
Technical.
he's very technical. He reminds me more of Adesanya.
He's a backyard dog from Houston, Texas.
If Adesanya fought like him when he moves up to light heavyweight, the world's going to have a problem. First of all, let me say this, make this clear. Adesanya has the blueprint to be the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
Duh. Duh.
What's the really? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Because John Jones, all you got to do is watch John Jones tape. There's like the body build is very similar, especially when Adesanya went up to light heavyweight.
And then he went against Jan first.
Huh?
He went against Jan Blachowicz first.
Yeah, that was just a bad matchup. Hold on, let me check this sound. I'm just really irritated. Okay, we're good. Um, uh, so I'm really interested to see when he moves up how he really handles himself because the division is really decimated. I really think that Jamal Hill would be in Adesanya is going to be a great matchup when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's. All right. So what's so now I throw the question back to you. Do you have any like imaginary?
Imaginary.
Hmm.
Well, all the imaginary fights have been
Come
coming
true, right?
true.
They have. They really have.
Poirier and Volkanovski.
Oh my God, man, that's gonna be so good.
I've been waiting on that one
That's gonna be
since
so good.
Yair. Since Yair.
Yes, yes. I forgot. We do
I
have
got one.
we have a lot of topics. What's that?
I got one.
What's that?
Imagine this. Yair, excuse me, Yair Rodriguez versus Wonder Boy Thompson.
That would be crazy.
Stylistically,
So Wonder Boy is a welter, right?
I believe so.
And your ear is a feather. That's only one way. That's only one weight division between them. That's feasible. But Wonder Boy, if he dropped down that low, he would look like a cartoon version of himself. He would be a big head. He would look like Woody from fucking Toy Story.
Hell no.
That would be. You know what?
Won't be bad.
You know what? Let's do this. Before we get into what's coming up and the things going on in the list we have here. We're going to talk about fucking. You know what? Next time I want to put a ticker in between us.
A ticker.
A ticker like well, of all the like they do on PTI with the topics, so people know what we're going to talk about when it's coming up, so they can leave and tune back in. That's a good idea. Uh, idea. That's a good idea. I'm gonna try to start doing 1 to 2 hour episodes. This is probably not gonna be a 1 to 2 hour episode. I don't think he has the wherewithal for
What?
that.
Where?
but yeah. So yeah. All
Super
right.
Bowl's around the corner.
Super Bowl's around the corner. We'll talk about that at the end.
What's
But
up?
we're no, but as far as UFC,
Oh, you.
as far as the UFC, there are Dana's been scrambling to get a bunch of matches together. I think he's put some good matches together, but I think they could have been better, especially like this last batch of fights. They have been kind of lackluster. You know what I mean? And
I only knew one person throughout that damn main event. But other than that, it was. It was. Don't get me wrong. It was nice, but
you
the
talking about the last?
setup that the setup Dana had was.
You talking about the last,
Yeah.
the very last? Let's go ahead and check that out real quick. Let us check that out. Yeah, it used to be a time where I would tune into every single one, but yeah, it's getting to the point where it's like, why? What am I watching this for? Who am I trying to impress? It's one thing to watch these fighters who are really skilled and really a master of their craft, and then there's another thing to just watch some guys they just put in there to get beat up on, and I'm not really into that. Deal with me. I am wearing many hats. Why did that
I hope I didn't finish that damn
pick up the
coffee.
wrong one?
Yeah, I did.
What's up? Yeah, you did what?
Finish my damn coffee.
Take a break in a minute. I don't know why that was so damn hard. Okay, but yeah, so here's what the last Michigash was. I should have recorded that. All right, Delize versus Imavov.
Who?
Delize versus Imavov. I know I've seen Roman Delize. Roman Delize is a pretty good fighter, but he lost. Nasruddin, I've seen him as well, but these guys are not real contenders in the middleweight division. The middleweight division is stacked. It's as stacked as the welterweight division was maybe a year or two ago, but that's because all those welterweights are now middleweights. Hamzat is supposedly both, but I would never let him cut that much weight again.
Moicano and Drew Dober. I know Drew Dober. Drew Dober got a chin.
Drew Dober does have a chin, and he is a good strong guy, but he doesn't have knockout power. He doesn't throw combinations, and um, Marcano is, he's a legit fighter. He's legit at that weight class. He's had some. I think this is what his third fight in a row where he got the W. So respect to him. But this card, these guys, if the average person looks at this card, they know nobody on here. If you're going on ESPN, which if I'm right, this was on, correct? Correct.
I believe so, yeah.
If you're watching ESPN and this comes on, then you're not watching this. Dana's like throwing a bunch of shit bags out there, hoping that he gets a great fight that someone just tunes into boards. It's viewing is not viewing as a viewer and consumer of television is not like that anymore. I could easily just get on my phone and watch something else. You know what I mean? Even though it is harder to find PFL one and what's the other one? Bellator. Even though they do come on, if you have, what's the name of that stupid free? Um, oh, it's free. It's not Tubi. It's something like that. It's messed up because if I asked my mother, she would know right now. But I'll get back to it. But it's a way to watch, and they have a channel where you can watch PFL and all that, and the Bellator and all that. So, and it runs. It's 24 hours. It's all day. UFC doesn't have that. Wink, wink. UFC get with it. Which is another topic we're going to go into about how we need to start supporting these other federations and really digging into these other fighters. And I've always been a MMA watcher. I watch it all, but I've been getting kind of caught up in the WWE ness of the UFC. You know what I'm saying? The UFC has so much drama going on now. Like the shit with like Kobe Covington saying that shit to Leonard Edwards and saying the shit he said to Kamaru Usman about his father being locked up. Like that's some fucked up shit. You know what I'm saying? So him saying these things and Dana just like laughing it off. It's like it's really out of control. And then I do want to show this. And then coming to a head with this brilliant moment.
It should be Kobe Covington versus Michael Chandler.
And don't worry, we'll talk about
And
that.
I bet Michael Chandler will put it on him.
I think he would because Kobe couldn't out wrestle him.
Oh, Lordy.
Mm-hmm.
We want to control what happens to us. We want to write our own history.
This genius and his. Oh, hold on. We're going to take a break real quick and we'll be right back.
Do not sleep on this one. Guys, I just upgraded to my newest trimmer from Manscaped, and here are my 3 favorite features so far. 1, it has a skin-safe technology I trust to help prevent nicks and cuts. And now there's a second blade head I can use wherever I want to get all the way smooth. 2, it's waterproof. I can take it in the shower or rinse it off in the sink for the easiest cleanup ever. 3, it has a dual temp LED light. I had no idea how useful it would be to see where I was going until I tried it out.
Who has blasted through his last 6 of...
Well, yeah. No, I need to calm down. Well, yeah, you in the red hat. You're a bastard, bro. The way you're talking to Jared, that man's gonna come down there and take your head off. But you're a funny guy. Jesus Christ.
I did want to ask, you're in Toronto. Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know.
All right, everybody. I apologize. We've been having some issues with the sync of the my camera. Not so much the other camera. It's just me. I don't know. I'm an alien. All right. Let's see if we can get this going now. All right, yeah. So back to what I'm saying. Sorry, yeah. So this douchebag, and the greatest thing about this video is I'm about to show you is if you can see what it says, how this person who named it, they were absolutely proud of this, and they say Strickland absolutely destroys a reporter, and they say that this guy instigated Sean Strickland. So you're going to hear it from the beginning of of the the video, and tell me. All right, first let me say this:
I
Strickland
did
is a
want to ask,
skinhead in
you're in
my
Toronto.
eyes.
Welcome. Glad to hear. It's been.
Okay, Strickland is a skinhead in my eyes. Look at him first of all. Does that not look like your quintessential skinhead?
Quintessential skinhead.
Your garden variety. Like if you saw him walking down the street, would you think, hey, that guy seems like a guy who thinks the struggle of the black man is not only legitimate, but it is horrific. No, it doesn't look like that kind of guy. But he was a skinhead who has now supposedly changed his ways, and it just so happens that his best friend is a black guy. But if you listen to interviews of this black guy, about him and his buddy Sean Strickland, you'll begin to see exactly what I'm talking about.
Is it Chris Curtis?
Yes, that's why Chris Curtis had that bum ass fight on this last card. Man, that was horrible. But uh, Sean Strickland is a piece of shit. He's an asshole. He's a person who, like most skinheads, who swear that the Aryan male is so great. All of them had shitty daddies. They talk about black daddies. At least black daddies will leave and be shitty somewhere else. Fucking white daddy will stay home and be shitty. And his dad treated him like shit. And for some reason, that made him hate black people. His white father figure hero somehow treating him like shit made him hate black people. How did that make you a skinhead? It should anything. It should have made you leave your community and go the other way. But to each his own, especially to a specific racist, because if you look at his behavior, he acts like one. But that's why he taps into, and I've been saying this about the UFC community, and if I'm offending somebody who may hear this and who is listening to this, tough titties. The community is extremely racist. Read the comments of any UFC comment board. It is, and look at who they root for. I listen to people tell me how much of a shitbag John Jones is, and John Jones is the greatest of all time. He's a cheater. They say he's a piece of shit as a human being. And I'll listen to them in their same breath call Conor the GOAT. Conor is a shitbag in every single way. Not only is he not good as a fighter.
When does he ever? How long he had a title defense?
He's never had a title defense. Look it up. He can't defend the belt because he's not a real champ. He was the champ because he dropped down at the right time. I'll give it to him. He did something that most people can't do. But I don't care how many belts you hold if you can't hold them. You can grab them for a couple minutes. Why is he such a big star? Because they want a big. It's the Great White Hope, and I'm not saying that there is not a bunch of great white fighters. There, I would be lying if I said that. There's many of them. George St. Pierre, just to say one. But they want they want the white Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? And I understand, like black people with Muhammad Ali, that shit makes me sick. I do not like Muhammad Ali. I don't like people who talk shit. Like, I'm sorry, look, all right, if you're good at it, like Adesanya talks a lot of shit, but he was good at it. He could back it up. If I understood Brazilian, I would imagine that Anderson Silva probably talked a lot of shit, but he backed it up. Like, it's one thing if you're amazing and you're talking shit, but if you're just like eking it out, unless you're gracious in defeat, I don't want to hear you talk shit, man. Like, all right, I'm getting off point. But look at it, people. The UFC community is very racist. And I'm not even going to say even to the other side. Black people, I know even myself, I have the problem of always rooting for the black guy. I understand it's there, but see, I'm not vicious. If you like, I hate this fucker, man. I fucking hate Sean Strickland. But the fight he fought against Adesanya was beautiful. And it wasn't only beautiful in the fact that he won the fight decisively. It was he outpointed the point man. You know what I'm saying? He outpointed the man who outpoints everybody. It was amazing. But if you even look at his character in that fight, you see the skinhead in that motherfucker, man. You see the skinhead, that fucking America History X shit. But all right. Anyway, let's get off how much of a shitbag he is. We'll get back to that, I'm sure. But this is what he said that is so that it, quote, destroyed a reporter.
Been great.
Are you Canadian?
Of course I am.
Are you part of the fucking opposition? Are you?
I don't know how to phrase that.
I mean, you got like fucking. Yeah.
Well, I did want to ask you.
Did you vote for Trudeau?
I'm not going to say.
And let me tell you something right now. The man says he's not going to say. Like, if you ask him, motherfucker, did you vote for Biden? He's like, well, I'm not going to say. That's none of your business. He voted for fucking Biden.
Sean,
so hey,
Sean, I'm glad you've had great experiences.
So this is what I'm talking about, you guys. The enemy of Canada.
Sure.
All right.
All right. No, wait. Now I'm not going to go into the rest of what he said. Everybody knows that it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? The unhinged hate. Now, him destroying a reporter would insinuate that a reporter asked him a question. What was the question? The question was Strickland asking, "Are you Canadian?" He started the whole thing. And if you look at it, when he started this whole interview, he was already, look at his face. Strickland is a bitch. Let me make this quite clear, and I love that he's a MAGA head because they talk about facts over feelings and not being a bitch. But did he not get in his feelings when Drekus made that comment about his daddy? Yo, let me say that I hated Drekus Duplessis. I hated that motherfucker because he's sloppy. He always looks like he's out of breath, and I just never want him to win, and he always does. But I got a lot of respect for him now after that fight because it was a good fight. I'm not going to say that Strickland got, his ass beat. Strickland fought like he was scared. He fought like he was scared. If he fought Duplessis like he fought Izzy, he would have won that fight. But guess what? Skinheads only have power when there's racism involved. And he went up against what is probably the ultra super racist race. Like if racism was a superpower, white South Africans that's them. They are the originators. They took it to another level. He took it to an international level. It's crazy that he got in his feelings this much. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the rest of what he said. He's ridiculous. He got exactly what he deserved. And the great thing about it is that reporter was probably sitting front row and got to watch the whole thing. And then after the fight, Strickland blamed the headbutt? Blamed the headbutt. There are headbutts in every single fight, especially MMA. Get the fuck out of here. You wanted to win on jabs, and then with motherfucker, you're not Sugar Shane. Not say Sugar Shane. You're not wow, crazy. Sugar Shane. Hate that pussy. Wow. I was meant to say who's the bull? Who's the man? I hate him too though. Floyd. He ain't Mayweather. Mayweather's the only man that can win on jabs. Facts. And him and Julio Cesar Chavez. If you really know fighting, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all right. So Strickland's a piece of shit. Strickland is part of a segment that I'm going to do right now. And I want to thank B for being here, so I could say, I told you so. I told you that he was not going to hold the belt. And not only did I say that, I'm going to continue that. What I said is that he's never going to hold it again. He didn't deserve it when he got it. He, if you look at it, beat nobody in the top 10 when he got the shot at Israel. Tell me who he beat. Uriah Hall wasn't. I'm not saying at the time of Uriah was gone by the time he beat Uriah Hall, but I think he fought Uriah at welter. I don't think he fought him at middle, and that's probably why he beat him. If you ask me, Uriah probably cut too much fucking weight. We'll look at that. I'm not. That's not factual. Don't quote me on that. I'm assuming there, but he has lost to everybody. He lost to Kamaru Usman. I want to see him fight Kamaru Usman. That should be the next fight for him. Either that, they're trying to put him with Khamzat because they're trying to give Khamzat another easy win, or they're trying to give Strickland another name to beat because they're not really sure on Khamzat right now because Khamzat has been looking kind of shaky in his last couple fights, but they're not realizing. This is what I said was going to happen is when he starts fighting real names, he was going to start fizzling out. And the first one was Burns, and I still think he lost that fight to Burns. I still think Khamzat lost that fight, that first fight to Burns. Who's the next one he fought?
Damn. Who he fought?
That bum ass fight against Big Mouth.
Kevin Holland.
Yes, Kevin fucking Holland.
He lost that himself.
But that was a bullshit fight. It was a bullshit fight. It was not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be him against Diaz, right? I still think, Diaz is the most amazing figure in boxing and fighting because I think that Diaz could have beat him. Could have beat Khamzat. Bro. Diaz didn't train for that for that fight with what's his name? Jake Paul. Diaz didn't train for that fight. He just knew that Jake couldn't knock him out. But he took a lot. Diaz took a lot. and still hurt Paul with gloves on. Diaz is like, I'm telling you, the motherfucker is just all right. They say 90% of fighting is here, right? It's the truth. If you just know something, it can carry you through a lot because you can even transfer that message into that person. That person can look in your eyes and like, this motherfucker ain't scared at all. He ready. You know what I'm saying? And that can start to chisel away at your confidence. But anyway, Strickland is, as far as I'm concerned, done. Is there anything else we had to talk about with Strickland over here? Strickland is a bum. He will be wiped out of history, and this will be the memory. This will be the memory of Sean Strickland right here. That is what's great because they're probably going to try to get him another fight against Adesanya, and which is funny because he went in on Adesanya, and Adesanya said, "Yo, like you're talking about my family, you're talking about my dog, and all this shit." And Strickland was like, "Get over your feelings." One mention of his daddy, and he fell apart. Daddy. Yo, fuck him, man. Fuck Sean Strickland hard. I don't give a fuck. He is a fake badass. He is a fake badass, and Americans want this guy, want guys like this so bad, especially American UFC fans. And American UFC fans quote, "You are ruining the game. You are ruining. You don't want real fighters with technical skill, because if you ever had a guy like this who fought like Adesanya, you'd love him forever." Conor McGregor isn't even American. You know what? I literally watched an event where it was a white guy against a Brazilian, if I remember correctly, and the Brazilian was the favorite guy. He was a popular fighter, and he was meant to whoop this white dude's ass. Right? They cheered USA, USA. I don't look up the card because it was the Conor McGregor card, and then when Conor McGregor came out, matter of fact, it was Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier. Because when Conor McGregor came out, they were singing the ole, ole, ole. Like, wait, where did the USA go? Why are you cheering for Conor McGregor? He's not an American. White people will choose the asshole white guy over America any day. Perfect example, Donald fucking Trump. And I didn't mean to even make that analogy. That shit just came out. They want the asshole white guy who puts everybody in their place to make them feel like they're all kings because they're getting shat on by rich white people. But they're mad at all the brown people. Anyway, getting too philosophical. They love this. I'm telling you, like they made Strickland out to be like this. They were so tied up in the Strickland, they think that he won that fight against Duplessis, bro. They and even if you say it's a close fight, they don't want to hear that. Strickland won period. They literally used to complain at Adesanya for winning for kicks and jabs. But Strickland won it on jabs and didn't even finish the fight strong and was taken down. No, come on, man. Come on. Like I said, I hate Duplessis, but he showed me that motherfucker just will not stop. He will not stop. But let's get off of that. I forgot to put some on that list. We're going to talk about it right now. Fuck you, Sean Strickland. Go fuck yourself.
You can join the same boat.
You have nothing but losses ahead of you. Look at the middleweight division right now. You have nothing but losses ahead of you, my friend.
Welcome on board, Sean Strickland.
Right? Maybe if you suck off Dana again, he'll give you another fight.
Oh yeah, since we're talking about UFC, fuck Bryce Mitchell.
Fuck Bryce Mitchell all the time. And perfect. I do have to talk about this first. What happened with Sean Strickland and Ariel Helwani was brought up online, and I was doing a bit of trolling, and I got into an argument with somebody about that, and what is wrong with our community, MMA community, that you hate Ariel Helwani? Ariel Helwani has given you the real story breaks. He's the only one that's giving you the real story breaks. You love Chael Sonnen because he gives you, what fights are coming up. That's because Dana leaks it to him. Like, Helwani is hated by everybody in MMA, and he still gets the story. He is a child to these monsters, to these killers, and he still says what he wants to and keeps it real. And Strickland made fucked up comments about the man, kids, and his wife. Like, when is that acceptable? And now to go to Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell's been kicked off of Hawani. Well, he's not kicked off, but he said until he starts to act right because he went on some kind of MAGA rant and QAnon rant while last time he was on there, and he was telling like, no, we're not here for that. Like, don't do that. And he didn't respect them. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder why, because MAGA also doesn't like Jews. MAGA doesn't like anybody except Donald Trump. Weirdest shit ever. The anti-gays are so gay for this one man. But yeah, so Bryce Mitchell in his last 3 fights are nothing to. Now the one against Barbosa, I think, where he just outgrinded because he was getting his ass kicked, but he just took him. He did the Kobe and he took him down and gave him noogies until he got the win. I'll give him that. That was masterful because he was getting his ass kicked before that. Uh, but the last 2 fights, Emmett,
Taporia and Josh Emmett.
who was the other one?
Josh Emmett and Taporia.
That's right. So oh my God, what Ilya did to him was I jizzed on myself a little bit, just a little bit. What Ilya did was for real, like
Clean him up.
it showed me like the skill and the art he had. And, like I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you go watch Ilya Tapor, and we're gonna get to that, but go watch his highlights. If you're watching this right now and you want to hear me talk and ramble for a little while, go watch his highlights. And
24.
and see that most of his highlights he gets hit really like with a really strong kick or punch. The one he got caught straight clean and his counter was so quick and he just knocked this dude out clean, man. Like Ilya's gonna do some damage, man. We'll get to that though. But all right, so yeah, Bryce Mitchell is in the same cloth as this guy. Like Bryce Mitchell came out to the ring with the Bible and screamed like freedom, like William Wallace. Like those are fanatics. You have to know crazy when you see it, and that's crazy. These guys are insane, man. I'm telling you. And this motherfucker was talking about the enemy. You're the enemy if you go for Biden. Oh, all right, Dana.
Now you getting into politics.
No. This takes me to Dana. This is a real funny thing. All right, Dana said about this situation. Why would I? I want to show it. I'll do it in the replay. I'll put the video in there. But Dana said, I don't control what these guys say. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a lie?
Yeah.
It's a damn lie. Because if they get up there and say, you know what, Monster is trash as a drink. Look what's sitting next to fucking Sean Strickland right there. If he said, you know what, Monster's trash. This really, I mean, I know it's our sponsor, our number one sponsor, but it's a trash drink. I wouldn't give it to my kids. I wouldn't let anybody drink it. It's like rocket fuel. If he said that, guess what?
He's getting no type of contract.
Fired. You are fired. So you have broken your contract. In fact, you are not allowed to badmouth the company nor its sponsors. You have a fucking it's a
Endorsement.
It's a certain kind of clause in the contract about behavior of what you can and cannot do. Like if some people if they get caught cheating, they can get fired. You know what I'm saying? But morality clause. But anyway, the fact that Dana lied like that, if you don't choose sides, why is Trump at every single event? Why is he at every single event? If you don't get political, then why do you do these things? Why were you at the RNC? But you let this motherfucker say that shit because you agree with it. And do you see what he said is, oh well, there's a girl who won tonight, and her and her wife couldn't give a damn what Sean Strickland says. But yeah, but you should. That's those 2 girls. And if you're watching, Amanda Nunes, you can consider that sexual harassment or discrimination in the workplace because he said that, and you have to work around a person like that. Just saying, anybody out there, if you really want to hate, if you really don't like this douchebag, but yeah, like I fucking hate Dana White. Dana White is the lyingest motherfucker on the history of the earth, and that shit that happened with Vince McMahon is so perfect because as soon as he partnered with him, he fucked himself. Okay. Anyway, what's the next on the board?
Talked about Ariel.
Yes, we did. I love Ariel Helwani, man. I really, when people don't like Ariel, it's really a question to me. It's like, why? Benoit Saint Denis against
Got a match against goddamn Dustin Poirier.
Dustin Poirier. Oh my gosh, man. What is this at? Is that 300?
Oh, you saw?
That is because, look, let me tell you right now. I love, I'm going to say Sean Strickland. No, my head's fucked up. Let me get this motherfucker off the screen.
There go your skinhead.
Yeah, man. Like, he is a fucking really real piece of dog shit, man. Like, I really fucking hate him. I need to get it together. All right. So we're talking about Benoit Saint Denis against Justin Poirier. Let's see what this is at. That's a Justin.
Yeah.
Dustin Poirier, the man named after water. We could touch on the next card coming up for the UFC, but I'd rather not. Danny Ige is back. He's been not sidelined, but he hasn't fought in a while.
Andre Feely's nice. I don't care what nobody say.
Andre Feely, all right. I mean, he's 23-10. I mean, look, none of these guys are nice. Let's say that. Jack Hermanson is also okay. They're all okay. So let's not even. I just don't. These guys are it's trash.
Geoff Neal.
No, not gonna. Don't even talk about it. Let me talk about it because we're gonna cover that. We're gonna cover that. Cover that. Card is gonna be nice. Where the fuck? Oh, there you go. They're fighting. Well, this is why I'm not happy about Sean O'Malley, another Sean. I'm not. Don't get me started, man.
He got another main event.
No, but this is why I didn't want it. I didn't want him because as soon as he got the belt, I know that Dana's just going to keep trying to make him a main eventer, and he's going to stack the cards because he wants he wants him to be the American Conor, but he's not what Conor was. I hate Conor. But Conor had the eye that Rocky shit. Not to say that because I'm from Philly, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But that Rocky shit is real. The eye of the tiger is a real thing, motherfucker. Mickey Ward, the real boxer behind the movie The Boxer. Mickey Ward, really, like I watched Mickey Ward's whole career. He was a bum, but he just had the eye. He could take a beating, and he would just hit you with that one kidney shot or liver shot that would drop motherfuckers. I forgot about that movie with Marky Mark. All right, that's another Mark Wahlberg movie I like that I wish I didn't. But that's because another person that I hate is in it, and he did have a great performance. It was like that much hate coming together made me love it. You know what I'm saying? I am a horribly insane person, but Dick Eglin was played by Christian Bale, Batman, and Dick Eglin was a light heavyweight white dude who knocked Sugar Ray down, Sugar Ray Leonard down. He lost the fight, but he knocked him down. So he celebrated that forever, but he ended up getting hooked on dope.
Damn.
And there was a series on HBO. It was like the first like documentary series, and they did it on like addicts, and he was one of the addicts. And so every year they throw a party for him to remember the fight because they wanted to keep him as a local celebrity. He trained his brother, but he was so fucked up on dope that he couldn't really do it. So Mickey Ward was his brother, and he ended up like I said, he had the eye of the tiger, motherfucking Rocky Balboa, and you can have that's real, and Conor had that is what I'm getting at. When Conor was Conor, he believed that he could punch through a brick wall. And if you look at his fights weren't masterful. He would just catch him with one good one, man. Like he threw that left hand like it was touched by God. But he started feeling himself. Got all that money. Dana kept they kept praising him. Dana made him into a juggernaut. So now, see, Dana will never tell you this because Dana once again is a racist. He's a Boston racist. So which means not only is he hate all minorities, he loves Irish people. He loves Irish people. That's why he loves Connor so much. But Connor is such an asshole. He's become a problem. That's why Dana don't talk about him at all. Dana literally lets him do whatever he wants. And this check one off the list. This man has been fucking with Chris Chandler. I said Chris Chandler. Chris Chandler was a horrible quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Michael, he's been fucking with Michael Chandler for 2 years now. 2 years, making him say he was gonna go heavier weight, saying no, we're gonna go back at fucking lightweight, and then he's fucked with that man's head for 2 years, and Dana has let it happen. And see what Dana thinks is, I'd rather not deal with Conor because he can't stop him. But even though let's remember, Dana got rid of USADA because of Conor. And Connor still hasn't. They haven't said shit about Connor taking a clean test, have they? Have you heard anything? You follow pretty closely, don't you? I do too. So
nothing clean on that, man.
Yeah, they haven't said shit about him having a clean test. So and they still haven't set up a fight between him and Chandler. They've set up a fight between everybody and their grandma, and they're not saying anything about the goat. We even know what's going on with John. We know who John's fighting when he come back. Ain't no questions. And if you're saying that he's going to fight Aspinall, you're an idiot. John fights who he wants. John is looking at Stipe like Stipe was, who's the boy? Fedor. Because John wanted Fedor, and Dana wouldn't let him have it. If John Jones was white, he would have fought Fedor. They would have got that fight. And see, this is how much of an idiot Dana is. Dana screwed up so bad because he let Ryan Bader go. And Ryan Bader was the one that ended up being the one that ended Fedor. And he did it in Bellator. Dana is a fuck up. He let Mighty Mouse go for Ben Askren. Even though I will say this: Ben Askren is still probably the greatest knockout ever. When Masvidal need him in the head, so he did get the greatest. He got the greatest highlight of all time. But you lost the greatest little man ever to fight in MMA. And he used to be here. He dominated the division. And I used to love Henry Cejudo. When I thought he was handing it over to Henry Cejudo, it was one thing. But Henry Cejudo's a moron. And he's a bum. He lost to Aljo, and people still don't give Aljo. Aljo owned him in that fight. On the feet and on the ground. Another man I want to talk about is Aljo's upcoming escapades, but we'll get to that too. But all right, so I'm sorry. I saw Sean O'Malley's face, and I just got enraged. But yeah, so let's talk about that fight as well after we get on what you were talking about.
What the hell with Sean O'Malley?
Yeah, we'll get to that. Dustin Poirier against Benoit Saint Denis, which to me is the main event of this card because I man, straight up, I love Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier is like the Eminem of fucking MMA. He's from 8 Mile. He's the boy from the trailer, the white boy in the trailer who live with all the black people. And Kevin Holland's on this fucking card. Oh Jesus! Oh, against Michael Page. Not bad. MVP. All right, but yeah, Dustin Poirier against Benoit Saint Denis is not going to be pretty. Let me tell everybody who doesn't know about Benoit Saint Denis. I would refer you back to the card that was in France with Cyril Gane against, was that Tai Tuivasa?
Yeah.
Watch that fight. I don't even remember who Benoit fought, but watch his last 2 fights. Let's look at who. So I can go ahead and walk down memory lane. The Steamroller, Matt Frivola. Man, Look what he did to him, bro. I'm gonna say, like, I'm not gonna put it on here now, but if you're listening, go back and watch it. I should really bring it up right now, but I know you're already falling asleep, so
Not really.
this is a camera. Diego Moises got canceled and rescheduled, and he beat the living hell out of him as well. Which one is the one? Those aren't the ones I'm thinking. Wait, no, is there more? Okay, I was saying. Okay, no,
Ishmael Bonfim. That's it.
I'm trying to look for the one that was at that gun, and Tuivasa. Was that 2 years ago? Yeah, it was. Oh damn. All right, Gabriel Miranda. I don't remember this guy, but that fight. No, but that fight was he beat the hell out. He is a killer, man. 13-1 is that he's the real deal, and he used to be like special forces, French special forces. but
I think I know him.
but yeah, bro. I'm telling you, he's gonna beat Poirier. I love Dustin, man, but Dustin's not ready for this. He's not ready for this because Dustin's gonna try to outbox him.
Backyard scrapper versus a fucking
a beast. If you see what he did to Frivola, man, like it was bad, man. It was embarrassing. He's dominating these guys, and he's young as shit. Let me see. How old is he now? 28. I don't know if I was better before yet. 30 fucking 5. All right, but yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that he's gonna lose that fight. I don't mean it in any disrespectful way because I keep like this. He needs to chill because he only has one more payday.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, and you know who that's against? Connor. And it's not now. It's years down the road when Connor spends all his money.
I don't think Connor's gonna get back in this damn ring, bro.
I know he is. He's gonna have to. He's gonna blow the money. He's Roadhouse is gonna be hard. Wait, I know. I'm sorry. Roadhouse is gonna be a cult classic because, as I told you, white Americans will always love Conor McGregor no matter what he does. No matter what he does. But it's gonna be garbage.
He said it's gonna be garbage.
It's gonna be garbage. Why is it taking this long to come out? Roadhouse is not a masterpiece. Roadhouse is not a literary masterpiece. Is it going to be a cinematic beauty? No, it's a fight film. Bro, you ever seen the original Roadhouse?
I haven't.
Because it's a Patrick Swayze action film. It's the fuck out of here. That's like some motherfuckers trying to tell me Red Dawn was the shit. Yeah, all right. That was a Sunday flick that came on Channel 29 when in the middle of the day because they thought nobody was watching.
Can we put on some Benoit St. Dennis highlights?
Like I said, we can do that. I don't want to. You wanna? We can because I'll definitely show that last fight with him and Rivola. Yeah. But yeah, let's do that right now. I was gonna say let's.
So I can catch your eye on it.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about this one person, but I don't know if that's the right person I'm thinking about. That's the same as him, the one who did all that.
Oh, there you go, right there. Same did. I thought it was a T. I misspelled it. The French get me though. They know where I was going with that. All right. So we're gonna take a break real quick, and no, we're not. Somebody is here watching, so we'll keep going. All right. So we're gonna check this out. The UFC 295, Matt Frivola, 14th ranked against Benoit Saint Denis, unranked. And this was a hell of a beating.
gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record. 12 wins, 1 loss, 1 no contest. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 156 pounds. Fighting out of Paris, France, Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis. Fighting out of the red corner, out of Huntington, New York, Matt the Steamroller.
I like Matt
Final assignment of the night for Mike Beltran. Brittany Palmer with us here at Madison Square Garden. Been a lot of high-level to come, and that includes this one in the division in which they're all chasing the great otherworldly Islam Makhachev. It's in blue, Matt Fravola's in red. Saint-Denis goes high early.
Saint-Denis said because in France, try to get the training that he needs. I'm afraid of anyone. Give him Matt Favola, give him Islam.
Years and part of Ray Longo's focus after that last loss, building awareness, focusing on his boxing fundamentals, and proof's been in the pudding since then.
Oh, nope. Matt slipped out right away.
Saint-Denis with a beautiful sweep. Look at that. Right in the side control. Favola's trying to roll all the way through. He's almost out. He's almost out. He needs to keep driving. He's up.
Matt's got his hands locked on the double.
Huge takedown. Beautiful job.
Yeah, this moment.
So Matt Favola had to win it here early. Saint-Denis trying to get to a hip here and does.
2 takedowns. He ended up on top twice.
Nice knee to the body by
Look
Favola.
at how much
But this is a grueling.
On the step back.
There is a new lightweight contender, Benoit Saint-Denis.
Wow.
No, I'm telling you, he's
this
strong.
young man is something
Let's
special.
go
When you
yes.
think that this guy just started training MMA in
You ain't seen no
2007.
work.
More than he ain't get a lot.
Favola is basically been monstering motherfuckers recently, like ragdown, like he was trying to do to him, and he had 2 takedowns.
I mean, he
keep
can
him
submit
down,
you, he can
got
knock you out,
rolled,
he's got
and
so
then
much.
got destroyed.
2 men right there who have both served their respective countries. A nice mutual salute there. A lot of respect.
Declaring the winner by knockout.
And then the accuracy of that kick while moving, and he was even being circled to the outside. And this is another thing I watched, and you've seen it where I watched fights, and I'll keep saying, time the high kick, telling them when to throw the high kick, or the body kick, or the lead roundhouse. That is one of those perfect examples of like when people are circling away from you, all you got to do is shuffle your feet, make them pay attention to your feet, and then you throw that high kick to the side they're circling to. And that right there, man, I'm telling you, well, you watch. You believe what I say when you see him whoop Dustin.
All right.
Well, we're going to take a break, though. I need to get refresh my coffee. I'm sure B needs the same.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back with more of the Deep Cuts. Thanks for those tuning in. Follow, share it. Please comment. Drop aliens in the comments if you don't know what to say. Because aren't we all aliens anyway?
Aliens are part of life.
It's true. All right, everybody. Everybody, it's all right. I want to thank you guys once again for tuning in. Hold up. I'm having trouble here doing the basics. Where the hell is this damn mouse at? This should be frustrating. All right. All right. So, it's up to you guys. You may not think that Benoit Saint Denis is the real deal, but I guarantee you, you will see that I am not wrong, as I usually am not. So we're gonna go back to the card. Look at the rest of the card here. So, all right, Benoit Saint Denis, Sean O'Malley, and Marlon Vera. We'll cover that one first because that's probably the one that I'm least interested in. Sean O'Malley as a champion, fighting someone who he had lost to, so who would theoretically has more wins, a longer career, and as I said, has the win advantage. You would have thought that he would have got the title shot first, huh?
Yeah.
So Sean O'Malley is fighting Marlon Vera. Sean O'Malley can talk himself into being able to beat Marlon Vera. That's possible, but not likely. I think Marlon has been hungry as shit. I think he does have the eye of the tiger right now. He hasn't had any impressive performances, but he's had gut him out performances as of late. And the losses that he does have lately have been like chip points. But he's been playing a point game recently. But I think he really hates Sean O'Malley. So I think he's really going to put something on him. We'll see. Not really that interested. I'm picking Cheeto because Cheeto's a killer. I always said it. He's going to take you out. He's not going to win. You know what I mean? Huh?
Only fighter from Ecuador will be champion.
Who?
Cheeto. He's from Ecuador.
Really? Well, you learn something new every day. That explains the Marlon.
But no lie, I ain't gonna cap to you. Marlon did lose to Pedro
Munoz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny. All right, so I was just saying as we were on break. In the prelims, this is a stack card. Like I said, Dana's going to stack every Sean O'Malley card because he wants to make him a new counter so he can say, "Oh yeah, Sean O'Malley broke all these records." But people, even when that Aljo and O'Malley card, it was a high card, but they were trying. Sean was trying to say it was all on me. People even told him like, no, they didn't. People, once again, the racist UFC community, they wanted to see Sterling lose more than they wanted to see O'Malley win. Does that make sense? But yeah, sorry. So on the undercard of the O'Malley Marlon Vera fight, Pedro Munoz is not even on the main card. Wow, how are you not? He, as B said, beat Cheeto, and he beat Sean, but that no contest. It's Dana doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, well, he knows what he's doing, but he's doing it blatantly.
He also beat Cody Garber.
He's another one, but Cody's gonna get his ass kicked coming up, man. We'll talk about that in a second.
Dos Anjos needs to hang it up.
But look at this card. Look at this card. And Gamrot is another guy they're pushing. That's why they're feeding him Dos Anjos. But Dos Anjos is a name that people are going to see, and they're going to want to watch it. Almighty Blades. Just for a preliminary card, that's pretty fucking good. Let me look at the early prelims.
Michael Pereira.
All right. I mean, it's nothing crazy. Lauren Murphy, damn, how far she's fallen, but she was fighting for the title not long ago to make Valentina Shevchenko look like she was, a beast, and she is a beast. They didn't need to do that, but
Peter Yan versus Song Yadong.
Oh yeah, Peter Yan versus Song Yadong. That is hard to say 5 times fast. That is that's gonna be a good fight. Song Yadong is no fucking joke. He is really a legit fighter. He has hands. Peter Yan, he's just a mean person.
No mercy.
Yeah, and I kind of like him. He's Cobra Kai all the way. So I mean, I hate him, but I like him. So I think he's going to try to punish Song Yadong, and I don't even want to know what he's been cooking up with training wise all this time. He's been quiet. Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Mandolina. I think that who knows. Gilbert is up and down. He's not consistent. When he does fight well, he gets robbed. So either by himself or the judges. Della Madalena, he has a way of winning, and just he hasn't really been in trouble, real serious trouble per se, but he has a way of winning, man, and he could definitely get in here and steal one. I'm not even going to make a call on that. So that should be a good fight. This is a good card. Kevin Holland and MVP Michael Venom Page, who is a most famous for, I think, Cage Rage in Britain. One of their best fighters. He was fighting. He was back there with the times with um, when Anderson Silva was there, before Connor got there, and while Connor was there, and who's the other guy? The guy who robbed the bank. What the fuck is his name? Lee Murray.
He robbed the bank.
One of the most successful robberies in the history of the world is they robbed the English bank for a crazy amount of pounds.
And what's his name?
Lee Murray. Lee Marvin. Lee Murray? Lee Murray.
I ain't never know about that.
He fought Anderson Silva. Gave him a good fight. I think it's Lee Murray. Don't quote me on that, chat. But yeah, look it up. But yeah, oh yeah. Just put in UFC fight, MMA fighter that robbed the biggest robbery in history. Let's see, Lee Murray or Lee Marvin? I know it's not Lee Marvin. Lee Marvin's another saying from England.
Yeah.
Lee Murray. Yeah.
53 million.
Yeah, pounds, right?
Or roughly 100 million at a time.
Yeah, because a pound is roughly $2. So he got 53 million pounds, bro, and got away with it too to Morocco. That motherfucker. Hey, I'll tell you, and he could fight. It wasn't like he was no slouch. Like he was a bad MMA fighter. He could fight. Everybody look it up, Lee Murray. I think they made a movie about it. But and watch it.
It's called Catching Lightning.
Oh really? Okay. His fight against Anderson Silva pretty good. Told you, man. I'm an MMA. I know the stupidest information, man. £50 million. Joe is always getting some of the information right, but not all of it.
Yeah.
Joe Blogan. All right. So that was $2.99. We were jumping ahead to the future, but we started on Benoit Saint Denis and Dustin Poirier. We want to talk about his next fight because he was supposed to fight a bunch of people. They dropped a lot of names. Actually, I would rather see him against Max Holloway than what we're seeing, which is Max Holloway against Justin Gaethje, the fucking highlight. I like this fight for only one reason. We get to see Max Holloway at a higher weight class. We get to see him like not cutting weight, like kind of being natural.
And he don't practice.
I'm about to say I like his no, he does practice. He doesn't spar. I do like that idea. I think that sparring. I mean, you should spar with headgear. You should spar with headgear, but just to get used to the keeping your head when you're getting hit. But I think this will be good for him. I think he'll look fresh, but I don't think he'll be able to take the punches that Max, though he throws the hands like none other, he takes a lot of punches. Gaethje's not. If Gaethje, first of all, it all depends on Gaethje. If Gaethje goes out there trying to throw hands with him,
It's a done deal.
it's not a done deal. That'll be the greatest fight possibly ever, because they both have the chance. Max has a chance to knock Gaethje out. Not as high as the chance, obviously, as the other way around. But if he catches Gaethje coming in with one of them sharp, boop, he can knock him out. But that'll be a great fight if they take it to defeat. If Gaethje decides that he wants to take his legs away, it's gonna be a massacre. Because Gaethje has some of the best leg kicks in the game. Everybody forgets some of the best and some of the best setup leg kicks. You know what I'm saying? For a hook, no less. So if he decides that he wants to take Max's legs out and he don't want to get hit in the face a lot, it could be bad for Max. Or even worse, if he decides to be I don't know, the wrestler he is and just tries to ground and pound him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but yeah. With that said, because I'm telling you, because Max never developed his leg game. He should have developed his legs through all these years. He should have a crazy high kick off of his jab or off of his straight left. But anyway.
Yeah.
We tell you, wait, it works for fucking Leon Edwards. But anyway, and just a real quick side note, I didn't want to talk about Leon at all today. Not to say I'm hating on him, but he's not important right now. But if you look at his development, he's the fighter of the year last year, and maybe the year prior. He developed from that loss with Kamaru Usman 3-4 years ago. He has developed the most significantly over that period of time. He has become a fucking beast. He beat the shit out of Kobe, man. Like you can say what you want about Kobe, but Kobe has a particular style of he's like Khabib in that way, where Kobe's going to do what Kobe does. You know what I'm saying? He's done it to everybody except Kamaru. He proved to me with that fight that he really did beat Kamaru Usman, that he is better than Kamaru Usman. I hate to say it. It's also a style thing. But once again, he learned he was a striker who didn't learn ground grappling, which he did perform well on the ground against Kobe, but he learned how to the clinch. He mastered the fucking clinch. Why worry about what I'm going to do when I get on my back? I just don't want to go down there. I'm just going to hold you and wrestle with you like you wrestling with me until you get tired and try to start all over again. Then when you try to start all over again, then I throw something fancy at your ass and knock you out. Or scare you from coming back in like he did Kobe, and then Kobe just danced around the whole fight because he was on Kobe's ass, man. If he didn't try to do too much and he just got up those times instead of trying to keep Kobe down, he would have really destroyed Kobe even more so, man. I love seeing that once again. I love seeing the overconfident one. I was gonna say that was that I told you some moment, but no, we both hate Kobe. Yeah, fuck Kobe Covington right along with Bryce. But anyway, so that's that is what we're covering. We're recovering there. Holloway and Gaethje. Holloway and Gaethje. So Neil Magny. That brings up Neil Magny. Okay.
Why everybody want to deal with Neil Magny? Who is Neil Magny fighting next?
Who is Neil Magny fighting next? Oh no, that's right. We wanted to talk about who he fought last. Did you look it up?
Malak?
Was that who it was?
Mike Malak?
No, it had to be a 297. Yeah, Mike Malak. All right. And he had been on a streak like an unbeaten streak for a while. Like he was ripping through everybody. I think he's Canadian, and this is in Canada. And he's I'm pretty sure he's never lost in Canada as well. And Neil Magny won at the end of the fucking fight, man. The fucking ground and pound victory, bro. It was the craziest shit. Because I was complaining through the whole fight. My cousin was asking me. He's like, who you picking for this? I was like, Neil Magny's he's like the winningest fighter in the UFC history and welterweight history, but he's like washed up, and he looked bad the whole fight. He was getting those leg kicks again. He looked bad, man, but he pulled it together, man. Neil Magny, retire now. Retire on this one, please. I hate seeing fighters retire on losses. That shit is the saddest thing, especially UFC fighters, because I know they got raped for their whole career. But yeah. So yeah, Neil Magny, man, the fucking Energizer Bunny won't fucking quit. Who else we got here?
Islam.
Oh yeah, Islam. That leads into the next topic, which is UFC 298. Islam. That leads me into another segment, like our last segment. I told you so. I think he fucked Volk up. That last win, and this is why I told you I knew that Islam was going to win that fight, because they adapt better than anybody. After he lost that fight, I'm sorry, after he won that close fight, you think he lost to Volk, the first fight, right? Right? They worked out that game plan as soon as he got back. Him and Khabib, man, I know it, because that was flawless. And it was, and though once again, like I said, I always watch fights, and I always tell them like, oh, the high kick's open. He saw once again what I was talking about earlier with that kick that Saint Denis flew through. It's that timing. Like everybody, like especially someone like Volk who tries to change levels a lot. You ain't but fucking 4 feet tall. Fuck you and your levels. You only got like, you know what I'm saying? Like you ducking down, just opening you up. He kicked him over top of his guard. He kicked him on the top of his head. And that shit fucked him up because Volk, he was unstoppable. That's why he was trying. That's why he was saying that he doesn't do well when he's at home, because he's chomping at the bit. He wants to rack up as many wins, rack up as much money as he can while he's on the chair. But you should have left it alone. Certain people ain't meant to be. He's perfect for the featherweight division. He's built perfect for it. And then his former rugby playing may even build him even more for it. But that leads us into UFC 298. Why do I gotta fix these screens are stop.
Boo, Dricus Duplessis.
I think Dricus has the best. Him and Adesanya have the best double champ chance right now. Except for, I mean, of course, John Jones. I always believe. But all right, yeah. So that leads us into the UFC 298. Alexander Volkanovski defending his featherweight championship against Ilia Topuria, who is I didn't even know Ilia was undefeated. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, watch his highlights. The boy's a fucking beast, man.
Terrorist.
Ilia Topuria is going to destroy Alexander Volkanovski, because the main thing about Ilia Topuria's highlights is that, like I said, he always gets caught with something big, and then he collects himself and immediately devours this fucking competition after that. Volk don't have nothing big to hit him with. All of Volk's fights, even the fights where I said he was killing them like Korean Zombie. You think Ortega? He did put a lot of damage on Ortega though, but once again, he couldn't put him out. He couldn't put out the Korean Zombie. He beat the Korean Zombie for every single one of them rounds. And I mean, they stopped the fight, but he was like
out on his feet.
Yeah, like, but he don't have what he needs to put Topuria out. And now if he was some kind of submission specialist, I would think maybe. But what he's going to do is he's going to try to circle leg kick, jab, splits. Circle leg kick, jab, blitz. I'm telling you right now. Why everybody who's listening to me, when you watch the fight, tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm right when we're done. Come in and drop a couple of aliens on your boy. But Ilya Tapora is going to win that fight. He's going to win it by knockout. And if Ilya is smart at all, he's going to fake the high kick and beat that body with the body kick to the left side. It just fake that high kick, throw that jab, throw that hip feint, and then
gotta watch this.
I'm trying to tell you, man, it's gonna be a good fight. But I'm telling you, Ilya's gonna win. You think Volk's gonna win? All right, we'll see. I think Volk is. I want to see what. I never liked Volk, to be honest with you. I respect him because he is. If you watch him win, he wins on technique. He doesn't win with like brute strength. The only time he won with brute strength was against Ortega, because Ortega had his ass, man. He had his ass twice. Brian, your arm's too long. All right, next fight. And I forgot to. This is who I forgot to put on my board over there, and that's the Eraser, Paulo Costa. I think the second best fighter, maybe third best fighter in the middleweight division, under Adesanya and Kamaru Usman. I think they have been keeping. They made a whole bunch of controversy about how he was never going to be able to fight in the middleweight division again. Dana said because he missed his weight against the Vittori, Martin Vittori, who was gone now. He has no one else to fight. He's had his 2 title shots, and he can't beat anybody else. And he even got when they went.
He's out the UFC.
I mean, he's not out the UFC, but he has no one to fight. No one wants to fight him. That fight against Cannonier, like, he has to be retarded, man. He cannot be. He has to have brain damage. Only one he has to fight is. I would love to see Strickland against Vittori. I bet you Vittori could beat Strickland.
Yeah.
He would ground and pound him. It would be none of this, all that. I'll tell you this, Vittori, I hate Vittori, but the motherfucker, he is in every fight. He does not back down. He is the Rocky of fucking UFC, man. I'm sorry, Rocky won. Vittori loses consistently. He lost the fight to Costa. They only gave it to Vittori because I think that was part of the deal, because Costa basically embarrassed the whole organization. But Robert Whitaker, great fighter. They're trying to say he's doping now. Have you seen that? They're saying he's doping now because he's in great shape. How come every time someone's in great shape? Another racist thing, every time a brother gets in good shape, he's doping. They said it about, even though Whitaker's not a brother, he's I guess he's a close thing to a brother that Australians have. But I'm saying like a brother, a minority.
Yeah.
But when Strickland, after he got the title and he got all cut and defined, they said already he's been putting the time in. Apparently he's been putting that time in the whole time. So what's he doing different now that he wasn't doing different then? It seems like dope to me. But it doesn't matter. Let me say on the record, I don't care if they all dope. Let them all dope. Whatever happens, what you do with your balls is your problem. But if someone doesn't want to dope, that's their choice. But I say, why not let them? It's not cheating. It's all, whatever you're willing to do, man.
Either way, I got Robert Whitaker over Paulo Costa.
Yeah, you're right. I really started going off on the tangent there. You got Robert Whitaker? I do not. I have Paulo Costa walking. I want everybody to go back to before Paulo Costa fought Izzy. Go back. He beat the shit out of fucking Yoel Romero. Paulo Costa is no joke. No joke. And he crazy. He's for real fucked up in his head. He think he funny as shit. He think he speaks English good. Don't know who told him that lie. But yeah, Paulo Costa, that's my boy, man. Motherfucking Ricky Martin. But okay, all right. Another good fight.
Neal gonna beat his ass.
Jeff Neal against fucking Ian Gary. I hate Ian Gary, but Ian Gary has something that he has ring IQ. He has very good ring IQ. He fights like a bitch. Once again, Floyd Mayweather did too. Floyd Mayweather went 50-0. So I love Jeff Neal. If anybody has the chance to really, I love this fight because I kept saying Ian Gary hasn't had anybody who could test him. He hasn't had anybody who could hurt him. He hasn't had anybody who's a danger to him. And I think that Vicente Luque would have been that, but I wonder why that fight really got canceled. But Jeff Neal has like the heart and the power. But I'm gonna make a prognostication. Jeff Neal's gonna miss weight. He always does.
Shit.
But Jeff Neal is a good fight for Ian Gary. Ian Gary, I'm gonna make the prediction that he's just gonna try to leg him. He's gonna leg point him. He's gonna try to do the same thing he did to Neil Magny. The only thing is that if Neil Magny hits you, it's a point. If Jeff Neal hits you, he's making a point. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Neal really has that power. If you haven't watched Jeff Neal, check out his videos. Very good fighter. His last fight against Shavkat Rakhmonov was absolutely insane, man. And Shavkat proved to me what I want Ian Gary to prove to me through this fight. But I really think that Jeff Neal has a chance. I'm not going to pick a fighter, but I'm saying Ian Gary's going to impress some people. But that fight's going to be different, as they would say. Ooh, this is a crazy card. Hold the fuck up. Merab Divashvili against Henry Cejudo is on this card. This is the wrestler's delight. This is the wrestler's delight. And the fucked up thing is Henry fucked up so long he should have never left. He tried to do a bidding war with Dana White and lost. And he thinks he's some kind of a businessman. No wonder he looks up to Trump. But if Merab wins this fight, he will surpass Henry as far as UFC wise. Henry will still have a gold medal and two division belts, but you know, it's not impressive. You should have never came back, and it would have been way more impressive. But I'm picking Merab in this fight, man. Merab has a motor that won't stop. Henry is too old. Merab is unstoppable. Like he has a motor, he has a chin, and he has a will to win. He should be fighting once again for that belt next in 299. And why is that's a long time between defenses. That's why I like about Aljo. They can say what they wanted about Aljo. Aljo kept that belt and like he kept it up. Then he threw it up against people who didn't deserve it, like Henry Cejudo and Pillashaw. But he has a resume. Aljo is the smartest of all these motherfuckers. He's doing what Floyd did. He's the villain. He's making y'all hate him, but he's cracking up names. Y'all robbed him against Sean O'Malley, but he knows that if he ever decides to cut weight one more time, he can come down and get that fight against Sean O'Malley if O'Malley says the belt, which will not happen. I told you he's the same like Strickland. This is his last time he's going to hold the belt. He's never going to see that belt again. He's definitely not going to defend it. I'm pretty sure Cheetah's going to beat him. All right, Anthony Hernandez against Kovalev. Nah, couldn't care less. And that's a last minute match anyway. I was scared off. Had to get replaced. Amanda Lemos, good fighter. Mackenzie Dern. That's a good fight. That's going to be a good fucking fight.
That's going to be a good fight.
DeLima against Tafa. Yeah, that's going to be a good fight. If DeLima can win this fight, man, he'll probably end up getting a matchup with even though, side note, Aspinall complaining all this much about who he wants. Why, I ask again, why are they not giving him Cyril Gane? Why will they not put Cyril Gane in the ring with Tom Aspinall, bro? Because Aspinall will get his ass whooped. Cyril Gane is a good fighter. He's very good. And the thing about it, not only is he going to beat Aspinall's ass, he's going to beat him on like points. He's not going to knock him out. He's going to kick him in his face a whole lot. A bunch of this here. A bunch of that there. That hurt.
AJ Dodson and Trishan Gore.
I couldn't care less. These guys, they got a lot of proving to do. And they're in the middle. They're in the division where she's supposed to play fat. Okay, Suarez. I don't know what happened there. That's a pretty good.
Unknowns.
That's a pretty good card though.
We don't know who any of these.
I don't even know.
Woodburn. I know. Woodburn. I know.
Yeah. Okay. 7-1. We'll keep an eye out for him. All right. With that said, that is UFC 298. I really think that's going to be a good card. It's going to be very interesting. It's coming up on the 17th of this month. Man, it's going to be good. Those two main events alone, the co-main event and the main event, are just going to be so fucking dope, man. Like, I can't wait. I love Paulo Costa, man. Paulo Costa, man, boy, he deals out damage, man. He's the eraser, man. I want to see him against Adesanya again. To be real with you, but I want to see it at light heavyweight. All right. So you get Tap and Volk, Islam.
Holloway and Gaethje,
We already talked about that.
or
We're down to the last one. We're down to the last one.
which is
Kobe.
fuck Kobe Covington.
Fuck Kobe Covington.
They have him set up. Dana is tired of him.
Kobe, exactly.
Dana is
You know,
tired of
and
him.
do you know why? Once again, I'm gonna get political, but you know why Dana is tired of him?
I would just like to thank the motherfucking. Y'all just like to thank the fire department. I just like to. Fuck out of here.
Dana is mad because he embarrassed him in front of Trump, though. That's the big one. I love it. I love it so much. That was the highlight of that UFC. And then when Trump got up and walked out,
talk that shit about this man, and then lost right in front of him.
And you had the worst performance. It was literally horrible. It was really horrible. It was great. It was great to see him go down like that. One of the delights of my life. Truly, I could not have been happier. But yeah, that's the only reason why Dana's doing this. So what we're talking about is Dana is now Shavkat Rachmanov needs fresh meat. And so what the word is, and this was from Believe You Me with Bisbing, saying that Dana has told him if you want to fight somebody, you fight Shavkat Rachmanov, and if you don't, you're basically washed. Now, after Kobe lost to Leon Edwards, he said he believed he won on the cards and that he was cheated because he was a Donald Trump fan. The fans, for the first time, turned on Kobe, which was lovely to see when they were booing him. And he said, "Fuck the fans." He disrespected the hell out of the fans. That was all great. That was all. It was beautifully tragic. But he went on Fox News after that, and once again said he was cheated because he was a Donald Trump fan. And they kind of fed into the narrative like no one can watch the fight.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, but he embarrassed Dana. He's embarrassing Dana now. Now Kobe's not like Conor and Sean. Sean is at least out of the ring. Sean has a big fan base. Kobe, you're a cudgel of MAGA. You embody what they're about. Like, complaining about everything, whining, claiming that they're the best, and that whenever they lose, it's somebody else's fault. It was cheating. It was not me. It was everybody else. Whenever you win, it was all you. It was all you, 100% you, and I the Tiger. But Kobe, you haven't won a fight I'm sorry, Masvidal, but that don't count because you didn't win that, did you? When he caught up with you, when he told you he was going to catch up with you on the outside, and you said, I believe it was on site. This is like the WWE hardcore title to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's anywhere. You said you wanted a shot at the BMF. And so here you go. He hardcore anywhere. Hardcore is anywhere. Ref come out of nowhere. 1, 2, 3. And he fucked you up. And not only the best thing about it is that you didn't even, after he pieced you up, you didn't even front like you wanted to fight.
I think my camera froze.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So on that note, we're gonna pause for a minute. We'll be right back.
Cooking up. Be right back.
Cooking up my broccoli, man. All right, everybody. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. We've had a little technical difficulty with our other cam, but we're pretty much done for today. We just want to say thanks for tuning in. Hit us up on the Philly special with me, Apollo G's. Tune in for more deep cuts, raws. We're gonna stay up on the UFC stuff. Write down in the comments anything you want us to talk about, anything so that you want us to broach, anything you want me to stop talking about, so I can hit those points more. I wanted to let everybody know I had a great time today. Even though we didn't have any comments, we want to try for next time to get some people, get people involved. I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. I am Apollo G's, and this is my show Deep Cuts. This is my homie B. Thanks for coming through. He'll be here. We'll have more people chiming in, and we will touch on the Super Bowl for the next episode, like we meant to do here. We want to try to touch on any topics that are important to us. But once again, thanks. Have a great day. Drop some aliens in the chat. Holla at you, boy. I'd say I love you, but I don't. Fuck Bryce Mitchell. What the hell's wrong? Go home. It's over. Go home.